A little bit about, actually getting a recommendation through for change.
Well, we're excited and anxious to get started working on the plan because we feel like this does address some of our issues that we've had in the past. Of course, we're glad that we're going to be going back to something that the coaches really understand with the playoff system, where the top 4 teams, make it to the playoffs, and they make that decision on the field against their regional opponents. So it's very exciting.
You feel like a lot of the issues that cropped up with the previous plan are being addressed as far as scheduling and travel and what was it, enrollment and equity and that kind of thing?
Well, absolutely, yeah. We do feel that way. That the thing that I know for a fact is that the board members did their due diligence in getting with the administrators and the coaches in their area and finding out, hey, tell us what you want. This and what coaches were able to see, what our administrators were able to see was those attendance gaps really decreased, and that's what's so exciting to know now that we're not going to have a school sitting here with 1,000 students enrollment playing against a school with 2,300. That number is going to drop tremendously, and that's been a huge issue in our state, and we're just excited that we're having the opportunity to address it.
Bernard, what's next? What are the next steps now that you got this thing in motion as far as getting the top 32 enrollments and getting all those set up in the regions?
What we'll do, and we'll send out a letter to our schools, and we normally do that about the last week in August, and we'll send it to all of the local boards of education, and we'll ask them for their 20th-day enrollment figures. We check those by the numbers that they turn into the State Department of Education. Once we get all of those enrollment figures, and it will be based on the 20th day enrollment figures this year, we will then get the top 32 teams. Once we get the top 32, we'll take the others and we'll divide them by 5. Once we divide them by 5, they will see what class they are in, but they will not know what region they'll be in. What we'll do is send out another letter, giving them about a week and a half to decide whether they want to move up or not. And so we may have a little movement, in all of our classes. We don't know. But once they've had the opportunity to move up, then we'll finalize that top 32, and then that's when we'll set the districts and the regions. We'll bring that information back to the board in November. And then, of course, right after that November meeting, then our football coaches they'll have their scheduling meetings all across the state to the schedule for the next 2 years.